In this episode of Carnage, we're going Salt Lake racing. We are at Lake Gairdner in South Australia. It is a salt lake, and this is where the dry lake races of Australia have been running Speed Week for the last 29 years. That's right, 29 years these lunatics have been coming out here, scraping the top off the salt and running flat out. What we're doing this week is racing Norm Hartage's 34 Roadster. You may remember Norm from Aussie Desert Coolers. You know, he's a big supporter of the magazine, and he invited us out to come and race his Roadster. And that thing is serious. It runs a 572 big block Chev, 730 horsepower. It's gone 200 miles an hour with a Ford V8, and the new motor, it's going to do the same. So we're out here doing some licensing passes, having a bit of fun, and I'll tell you what, this place is very daunting. So let's see where we were a couple of weeks ago when we first hatched this idea. Okay, so we're down here at Thomastown today. Rotunda Revival's the business, and we're going to go in and see this, well, Salt Lake Roadster for the first time. I have seen it in person a couple of times out at the Salt, but I've never actually been up close and personal with it. So this will be interesting. We'll see if I fit in this thing. This is cool. Love the Model A. Big block Model A, awesome. And we've got the beast, the Chariot, 572 cubes, 730 horsepower, big block crate motor. And you reckon this will go 200 plus?
Yeah, we'll do it easy.
Do it easy. That's what I like confidence. So it's been racing for like 17 years, hasn't it?
Yeah.
17 years. Well, at least I know it's reliable. Let's see if we fit in.
The steering wheel comes off by pushing.
So stick that over to the side.
Goes over to the side.
Yep.
You step up, foot here.
Jesus, okay.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
So foot can go on that spot where my hand is?
There.
Yep, cool.
Strong there. Then you carefully get over without breaking.
Without breaking that.
And you can,
Step down onto the floor.
well, you can step down onto the floor, or you can sit onto there and then slide
down. Yep. All right, there. There. Oh, this is going to be fun.
Yeah, that's the hard bit.
This is the hard bit. Got it? Oh. There we go. Whew. All right. And then wiggle down. There we go. Yep. So that. So just. Yep. You got to push the button. Yep.
Line up where you want it, and it's reasonably comfortable now. But then once you get your
suit on,
gear on and your helmet and then your arm restraints and all that, it starts filling up a bit.
1, 2, 3.
You can't treat it gently. You've got to,
Yeah, got to jam it.
yeah.
So does it have a reverse?
I don't think anyone's ever
Don't
tried
know.
reverse.
Never tried it.
Never used it.
Oops.
Just farted. Oh, here we go.
You can step on the milk crate because normally you've got some headers
Step on
there.
the
So you reckon step on steering column?
You step on that.
Wow.
And that'll
What about the shifter box? Can I do a little step on the shifter box?
don't need to alert it.
Yeah.
Nice, strong.
So there,
And
and then up onto the bar.
these are where the headers are. That you can get onto that.
There we go.
It's like you would do that. Remembering we were a little bit higher off the ground there.
Yeah. Well, I fit.
Yeah, it doesn't look like you will, but you do.
Cool. At least I fit. Okay, so it is Wednesday afternoon. We're down at Herod Racing with the big knob 34 Roadster. The boys have thrown it up on the dyno. Well, they want to bed the engine in a little bit, but also give it a bit of a shakedown run.
Sparks from the bell housing area. Thank you. It's all right.
We just give it a bit of a blat on the dyno. We had no power runs or anything, just running it, just cycling the engine, and discovered there's we think a starter motor issue. There's heaps of sparks from the bell housing area, so the boys are going to pull it back off again, have a look at it and see, because we've got 3 days to get this thing sorted before it heads to the salt. So this is what you got to do. So the boys have brought the car back to Andrews to have a look. They've got it up on jack stands, pulled the starter motor out. There's no obvious signs of wear on the starter motor, so they've looked a bit further and found out there wasn't enough travel on the clutch, so they've shortened up the clutch push rod, right, just taking a little bit off that. It's got a bit of free play now, so they think it was actually slipping the clutch, and that's where the sparks were coming from that you saw on the video there. So hopefully that's the issue, because there is no more opportunities to put this on the dyno before we head. It's Wednesday afternoon. It is basically make or break time. The boys have to have it right before we head out to the salt, because there's no point taking a car out there that is not right. It's going to be a hectic couple of days. Matt just said, why should this year be any different? Okay, so it is 8 o'clock in the morning, Saturday morning. The boys are packing the car away in the trailer. So we're about to head out to the salt. We're heading over in style in the Ranger Raptor, but it is a major undertaking to get out to the salt. Everything you think you need, you have to take. So think about Panadol, think about fuel, tyres, food, everything, because you can't just run back to town. We're way out in the bush. So it's going to take us a couple of days to get over there. We're going to make a stop in Port Augusta along the way just to get those last minute items, but this is going to be an awesome trip. Can't wait to get there. Well, this is where we leave the bitumen. The next couple hours, good solid couple hours, are going to be red dirt road all the way to Lake Gairdner. Now, a lot of people like to pull up here, tape up their trailers, their race cars, try and keep as much dust out of them as they can, but it's kind of a futile exercise. Unless the thing's vacuum sealed in a big plastic bag, you're going to get dust in it. I reckon you could open a tin of baked beans at the lake and you'll still find dust in it. Anyway, we're going to hit the road, get to the lake. Next 2 hours, bumpy dirt road. Big car on the way to the salt. So we're down at scrutineering at the moment with the big knob roadster. Now, this is my drag suit, right? And it's a, dash 5. It's a pretty good suit, but when you put it in the realms of Salt Lake racing, this will only protect you for like 10 seconds, all right? 10 seconds on fire, and then you got 2nd-degree burns. Now with the underwear, it brings it up to about 19 seconds. Now Norm's suit, which is the suit that we'll be running when we run fast, that protects you for 40 seconds, but it's over $2,000, so it's an expensive suit as well. Well, what's your skin worth? What's your life worth? Anyway, I'm going to do a bail-out procedure in this suit, and then later on when we do full-on racing, I'll be wearing Norm's suit because there's another guy going to be doing a bail-out as well. So we've got 2 suits, we might as well both be wearing them and both do our bail-out procedures. And then tomorrow, hopefully, we get to run. Me love you long time. Oh yeah, down, lower.
Is that what you wanted, Paul? You do 200 miles an hour, you kick the rod, you're on fire. What are you going to do?
Gonna
Kill switch, parachute, fire system.
Go through.
Oh, so you want kill switch first?
Yeah.
Yep.
Kill switch,
Parachute.
fire system,
Right.
brake,
On the wheel, you're still slowing down.
brake.
You stop, exit the vehicle. No rush.
Yep.
Can't help it.
Down.
Well done, boy.
Thank you.
That gear off you. I can't. It hasn't got a puller.
Thank you. Yeah.
Never had so many blokes trying to undress him at the same time.
He's chubbing up, that's the worry.
Oh man, as you can see, there's more to this salt business than just hopping in a car and thinking you're gonna just drive. Now I'm just mildly freaking out, but still, got through the process, got it done. Tomorrow will be a big day, so that'll be my first chance to actually drive this thing down the track. Won't be full noise or anything, but it'll just prove that I can. So, rookie run tomorrow, hopefully. So it is Monday at the Salt, first day of racing. They've already sent a couple of cars down the track. The team right now is prepping the car for its shakedown pass. So Norm's going to take it out first, do a shakedown run. He's the most familiar with the car. He's been racing this thing for 17 years. So they made a lot of changes recently, and basically they want to make sure nothing falls off, nothing feels different before they send it down the track and then hand the wheel to me and then Andrew. We've got to do our rookie runs today, which means we just need to show that we can take orders from the starter and show that we have control of the car. They're not looking for any real speed out of us, but they just want us to drive it down the track. And then I do my licensing speed, so 125, 150, 175, but that'll be later in the week. Today, for me, it's all about that rookie run, but Norm is going to run the car first. What happened?
He broke it. He looks like his left leg's longer than it really needs to be.
Right.
His clutch is not getting dry.
Norm's made a shakedown pass, and obviously shakedown is to make sure everything's good with the car, and in this case, maybe not so much. So they're having trouble getting through all the gears. They suspect it's a clutch throwout bearing issue, so at the moment they're pulling the transmission out. It's got a Jericho 4-speed in it. They're going to pull that out, have a look at the throwout bearing, see if it is actually, releasing the clutch properly. While that, tail shaft's out and gearbox out, well, we're going to replace the diff ratio as well, because it's got a 275 diff ratio at the moment. They want to put a 2.5 in it, just so we can get higher speeds with all that torque they've got with this big block Chev. So it makes 730 horsepower. It's got plenty of power, plenty of torque. Just got to get it through. So hopefully we can get it all sorted and be on the track later today.
Oh, you got plenty left.
That should have gripped on the rivets.
I think it did.
Steel on steel should have given you a better drive, shouldn't it?
I reckon.
What's the flywheel look like, Matt?
Not very good.
Round.
Is it flat or grooved?
Yeah, I reckon it's got some marks in it, looking at that.
Well, the clutch is screwed. We tried to make it work, but it's not going to work. So we need another clutch. We tried a clutch mob in Whyalla, and they put us onto a mob in Adelaide that's got a clutch, and if they haven't got one, they'll make one.
Cool.
And we'll head out there tonight and be banging their door down in the morning.
It is the end of day one of racing at Lake Gairdner, and it is definitely beer o'clock. It has not been a great day for us. Well, Team Big Knob has fried the clutch pretty spectacularly. Like, there is absolutely no friction material left on that clutch. It's down to the rivets. And so the boys have headed off to Adelaide to find a new clutch and hopefully be back by tomorrow afternoon so we can get the clutch, gearbox, diff back in the car. The boys are going to put the diff, the other two boys will put the diff back in the car in the morning. So then it'll just be a matter of clutch, gearbox, back in the car, hopefully in time for some sort of racing tomorrow. Maybe we can do our rookie passes tomorrow, and then we've got another 2.5 days of racing. Wow, this is Salt Lake racing at its best and its worst. But it wouldn't be Carnage if we didn't have problems. So it is Tuesday afternoon here on the Salt, and it's been a fairly ordinary day for everyone involved because we had a massive thunder and lightning storm last night, fried the timing gear, so it was kaput until 1 p.m. 1 p.m. was when we got the first cars down the track. So no one had a really good time today.
It belongs to somebody.
Nice.
It belongs to somebody else. It's ours now.
Pressure plate. As for Big Knob Racing, well, those boys were on the road this time yesterday to Adelaide. So they went to Australian Clutch Services in Adelaide. The boys there hooked them up with a brand new clutch. It's back in the car now, gearbox is back in. They're trying their hardest to get this thing ready for the first run in the morning. So I've asked that we put Andrew in the car first. He's worked on this car for years, never had a drive. So he's gonna make first pass in the morning for his rookie run. Then hopefully I'll get a run myself. But this is Salt Racing. This is how it is. And I'll tell you what, I am excited to run the car, but man, this is tough. This is real tough. But anyway, it is what it is. We'll make of it what we will. It is a brand new day on the Salt. My nipples are as hard as rocks, I tell ya. I'm pumped, excited. We're gonna get a run in this car. We have a working race car. So today, Andrew's gonna run first. We're gonna incorporate his rookie run into a 125 mile an hour licensing pass, and then he'll do a 150 run, and then they'll reset the belts for me because I am a little bit larger, and I'll do my rookie run with a 125 pass, and then hopefully a 150. If we can get all that done today, that will be amazing. There's a lot of waiting to be done out here on the Salt, but because of the natural attrition of race cars, we've lost a few guys along the way, so therefore we've got a better chance of making passes today than we did yesterday. Yesterday actually only had half a day racing, so we lost a lot of race time. Let's do it. Woo! It is time for Andrew's moment of glory. He's strapped into the car. The weather's looking beautiful at the moment. Unfortunately, high winds this morning meant the track got shut down, so there was no action this morning at all. So it's now like 2 o'clock in the afternoon before Andrew's even had a chance to jump in the car. Doing your licensing runs out on the Salt is really important. The Dry Lake Racers of Australia have a big thick rule book, and they want to make sure that everyone has safety in mind when they do a pass. They're not interested in cowboys who can't follow the rules. I mean, Norm's car can do over 200 mile an hour, but we have to prove that we can control the car before we're even allowed to attempt those speeds. So Andrew has done his 125 mile an hour licensing pass successfully, and they've decided now it's my turn. They've dropped it on me, surprised me, so here I am, gearing up, my first licensing pass. A little bit nervous, but it should be good. Oh, that's a small tick in the bucket list. But I reckon we can do better than that. Wow. Aiming for 125, 124.935.
That is
Thank you. Yeah. We're at the start line for day 4 of Speed Week. Norma's going to run the Roadster this morning, going to run it out at 200 mile an hour plus. Beautiful conditions today, but we are dealing with a bit of a cross breeze, which is causing some concern. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes at the top end of the track at 200 mile an hour. Salt Lake racing is not like normal racing. You're dealing with the physics of trying to push a car through the air at high speeds. So the tyres have to be a narrow profile to slip through the air, but you also need lots of horsepower. The salt itself is like racing on damp concrete, so traction is severely limited. Holding the steering wheel straight and just nailing the accelerator is going to get you nowhere. These cars have to be driven.
I didn't tighten the chin strap 100% on the helmet, which wasn't a worry until I got up into high speed and the helmet started to come up over my eyes. So I continued on the run holding the helmet, and I found that at 6,000 revs I could keep the car stable and still keep the helmet on my head. So I didn't go any further than that, and it still ran through the course at 6,000 revs, which was 196 mile an hour. I pulled the chute and come in. The 196 more than qualified us for the record, and we're about to go out and back it up.
Norm's just gone out there and run a record of 194 miles an hour, which is awesome. New gas Roadster record. So now it's my turn. The boys are just fueling it up, packing the chute, getting it ready, turning it around so we can go out there right now and I can run 150 mile an hour with a chute pull. That's going to be interesting. 150 miles an hour. Wow. Now it's my turn, and I feel like a little kid in a billy cart at the top of a very big hill. Norm's Roadster is a tight little machine and left-hand drive as well, so there's nothing natural about driving this beast. I know that once I get going, I need to be pulling 4,500 RPM through the speed traps to make my 150 mile an hour speed. And then at the end of it all, I have to pull a parachute, which is a totally new experience. Let's hope I get it right. helmet, yeah. I probably muffed my start slightly, but everything else went perfectly. If that's not 150 mile an hour, I don't know what is, but woo! Pumped. Maybe leave that out. If you've never been Salt Lake racing, you need to do this. You need this in your life. This is awesome. There we go. 152. Awesome. On competition license.
Wow.
152.
Well done, mate, on
Thank
your
you.
150 licence.
Well, I was hoping to do it as good as I did me 125.
Yeah.
But yeah, I let it cruise just slightly over. Thank you, sir.
Loving it.
Wow, what a week it's been out here. I mean, Speed Week is awesome. There's something about the salt that just gets in your blood. It's just been epic. I mean, from the highs and lows of frying the clutch and that first pass, to the boys having to drive to Adelaide, 22 hours later, they're back with a new clutch, get the car fixed. Andrew and I do our first licensing passes, and then Norm goes out and runs a new AA gas Roadster record, 194.9 and change. Just brilliant. And I'm going to remember this week forever. In fact, I want to come back. I want to come back with another car, do it, just find a class that'll suit one of our cars and just come out here and have another crack. I think it'd be awesome. So you'll see that on a future episode of Carnage.